bit of third eye, and then FaZe Clan and Petrichor Road. Until another team below them starts to have a really, really hot game, like even Pentagram could or New Happy, we're just going to focus on those 4, and none of those 4 outside of Petrichor Road are already in this this phase. So if there's any game that Pero need to show up, it's here.
It is a little exciting that we don't get to see the leaderboard right now, because I am not like
it hasn't changed. There hasn't been a single kill.
I know, but I'm not mega brain enough to remember the exact numbers of all the teams on the cusp right now. So it's gonna be interesting to see if maybe they just keep it off for the entire game. We'll have to just guess alongside the players, because to be honest, the players don't know either. They're trying to see if they can math it out, but for the most part, when we come to these final games, like everyone just want the best game they possibly can get in the final one.
It's like they heard you and said, okay, well, you don't have to be so, passive aggressive about it. Here's your leaderboard.
I mean, if it works, it works, and it worked.
Not right now. I was wondering if New Happy would want to gatekeep that West Sosnovka bridge, since they loot around Fairy Pier and the 6-packs, the ice box that some people call it, because, you know, that's where 6-packs are. But no, it looks like they're going to be pulling away. They don't want to try and camp early on because of how risky that could be. If you don't get the points there, then you're already on the back foot in your rotation. So they're going to try and set up and then maybe not camp or rotate, but definitely punish or rotate that swings past them, because that Forest of Death that they're in has some good angles on that southern road.
Definitely. Now, we talked about how solos can sometimes salvage a couple of extra points in a game whenever their teammates die. We saw Gustav try to do it last game, didn't really succeed. Xiao Bei, though, able to get, I believe, 6 placement points. 3 kills with it as well. Those 9 points is what has them set where they are right now. In the meantime, though, New Happy well aware of the pentagram rotation coming through.
Am I a seer? Am I Nostradamus? Because this is exactly what I said that New Happy looked like they would be doing. Angles onto Pentagram, already getting one, a good amount of damage. And now, of course, whatever they couldn't get, Petrichor Road have even more weakened targets in front of them. They're not able to collect anymore, though. Pentagram still have 3. But man, for a team that needs to have an amazing game to be in 8th place, this is not the start they wanted.
Nope. It's and for the 2 teams that are currently sat there in Petrichor and New Happy, exactly the game that they would have wanted. Get a free point at least for 17, or for New Happy, I mean. That is a great way to start this final match of the winner's bracket. Loser's bracket. I can't brain more. I'm sorry.
One of the brackets. It's a bracket.
The brackets.
Yeah. GEX now following up where Pentagram rotated through. New Happy might have another angle onto them. That it looks like GEX is going to be a little more on the low ground, because New Happy actually aren't holding those hills. They're holding the compound that we've seen be a strong compound towards the late game. So angles not on GEX. We'll see if they run into Pentagram. And now FaZe rotating in all the way from Zorky.
Yeah, they're very, very split, and I think they're playing this split not expecting EXO to still be in the position they're in. But let's hold that thought for a second, as Pentagram, while they lost 1 just before, are currently looking to see if they can find one of their own. GX wrapping south around again. A team who needs a really good game here in order to qualify, cannot afford taking casualties early on.
SDK now pushing in from the north. Hit the swamps-ish area. Should be okay. It's a little separated from the rest of the map, so mostly just playing for a shift west. If not, they're going to have to bound through the hills if they want to go towards east. That's assuming that they stop where we last spotted them. EXO now rotating through. They're not going to be holding off FaZe, though. I think their vehicle sounds did alert FaZe to their presence, so FaZe had to hold for a second. But all these teams coming in from the north, I don't imagine that they're going to be going for early fights.
Oh no, wouldn't expect that at all. But then again, I mean, for EXO, they know in order to qualify, we need at least, like, not even at least, we need a really good double-digit win.
They need to
really
beat
good
FaZe's
double-digit win. They're currently sat, I think, waiting for FaZe to cross that bridge.
Maybe.
What better to bridge camp the bridge campers? That would be a way to go down for FaZe Clan, a team that always tries to set up shop on bridges when given the chance to.
That's true. That's fair. Gen G rotating in. They're actually not the last team to arrive. It's third eye behind them because they had to go to a Stalwart Kamesh. Why can't I pronounce that word? Kameshki. Because of that plane path. And so they're coming on in, but everyone is ahead of the blue. Even Purple Mood, who are not just taking the boat, they're putting vehicles on the boat.
They're putting 4 boats on the boat.
Wow.
Wow. I've been waiting for an opportunity to do something with boats, with ball boats, since the first day of the tournament. Thank you, ball boats.
Even hiding the tires, I love it.
Especially if you don't make it further than here. The fact that you gave it to me in your last game, I am so happy.
They should be ahead of the blue. They might take a little bit of damage while
They'll be all right.
the boat takes its...
No one's fair here, so it'll be good.
Yeah, it should be okay. It's nothing. It's nothing that they couldn't heal through. Ghibli now taking actually Georgia Mountain ahead of FaZe and EXO, who, yeah, EXO, they look to be pretty delayed. They wanted to use FaZe as the first stepping stone for a fantastic final game. A couple of shots coming on in. Empty and Kang, you know they're going to try and stop onto this one. Fex and Kurexi pulling away, and I think that's a couple of tires already popped, but the FaZe vehicles keep on trucking, and even James is going to stop a little early. Even Gustov's going to stop a little early to get some return fire because they could use the points as well.
And look at who's shooting from up above. It's Ghibli, a team with literally nothing to lose, just trying to be a nuisance to all of these teams rotating on through. Headshot comes through, and again it's Tosi from all the way up on the mountains, able to find Gustav. It's going to force FaZe to rotate.
Oh, James. Oh, James. Caught out a little bit of nothing, but he gets the spray on the Hikerman. I believe that was a drive-by. And now Hike is in a rough spot, but Akita is there. Of course, Akita is there. Now. The Mini 14 monster himself, and Kane gets another spray down. Fex is now dropped. Frag grenade comes out. This could be it for FaZe. Kurexi standing out in the open takes a lot of damage.
FaZe needs so many points in this game, and once again, as we saw in the previous one, this just ain't the way to start it. Kurexi down, FaZe in shambles, as Gustav is now the only player left on his feet.
And the only team that's in the best position to capitalize on this is already in second place. Grenade is going to come out from Gustav. Needs to have something huge, but it bounces too far. The revive is being stuck. That second grenade might do a lot better work. It lands in a better spot, and it does confirm Hikerman. It re-knocks Kang, I believe, and Akita's still there up on the high ground, but the blue is pushing on in, and Ghibli are surrounding.
The snakes are now, the sharks are now in the water as they're looking to see what they can find. They're taking points away from EXO as well. Ghibli want to show the world that they're not just here to qualify, they're here to deny entry for multiple other teams. Now, Akita does fall, but believe you me, they've done exactly the damage they were looking for. Gustav needs to somehow find around 10 points as a solo player in order to qualify.
Ascend and Twisted Third Eye are two teams that are also battling for a position in the top 8. They're just trying to hold on, these two. And the circle, we saw it a few seconds ago, it was a hard shift towards the northeast. FaZe Clan are eliminated. FaZe Clan are eliminated. They are not going to the grand finals, falling out just short in 9th.
Set in 9th, 6 points behind Ascend, who currently are trying to stay alive themselves. Braxco here stays put for now. Ooh, that vehicle knock onto Richie might be the knock of him, depending on the nade. Nope, not going to find any damage there.
Good spray from Brex. The Third Eye, they're surviving. They saw FaZe go out in the kill feed, so a little bit of pressure is going to be alleviated for both of these teams, but Petrichor Road is still a threat, and New Happy, Pentagram also still threats, but it's Chris going to be swinging on in. Trying to confirm Richie B. The rest of Third Eye has already left. Vox and Old List, the last two up, running behind, trying to find something to hold on to, and these two individual shacks could work. It's close enough to the center, but they're going to have to snake this one out, rat this one out for quite a while if they want to start collecting points.
Just thinking back of that fight with EXO and FaZe, if there were two teams that were not, like neither of those teams looking for that fight at all, it was them two. But once the first knock came through onto Gustav on the hills from up above, they had to commit to it. So unlucky for both teams that they end up in that situation. Both teams now, I mean, with FaZe out already and EXO so low with just one player, there should be no way for them to qualify.
GEX hold on to this compound. SDK tried to swing by and try and feel it out, but they're going to be taking a lot of damage. Penta does get knocked in. Vegas so close to getting knocked. He's going to get away just barely. Penta does get confirmed. SDK, at least they got information, but I don't think losing Penta was worth it.
Nah, the GEX as well here. They need really good points, so one freebie off of this one. No casualties taken for them. That is exactly how they want to kick off this game. But still, of course, far from qualifying through, only currently sat in 12th, tied with New Happy at 47.
Ghibli let Akita go. Realized, you know what? This is just getting cruel at this point. So they're going to try and get into the zone, wrapping around that west side and coming in late. Genji as well, just slowly pushing on in. This is, wait, that was just PO. That wasn't even Genji, that was just PO. The lone...
He's doing pure things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, but you know what? Yeah, it's done good work for Genji in the past. I'm not going to judge it just yet.
Nope. It's just pure things.
Yeah, opposite. Here's the rest of Genji on the opposite side of the map.
It's like with Coriander. Either you love it or you hate it.
Yeah.
No one just kind of likes Coriander. It's either one or the other. Same thing with PO doing PO things.
It's true. It is very true. Purple Mood right now, they have landed at Ferry Pier. Unsure if they're going to have any vehicles, but a few seconds away from Phase 3. Unsure if they're really going to need them, as we could continue to go east or north towards the fields, or we can swing back down towards the coast, towards Llama Hill. Where is it going to go? It's going to center up dead center.
You said you hadn't had a field ending in a while. The game hurt you, and that is potentially where we are taking this game. 17 sat well in it, and now, kills coming on to Ascent as Brexco falls to third eye.
Vox is getting some revenge, but looking at Petrichor Road on the rotate because they need to have a good game here, and actually taking this hill early could be the opportunity to get that. They're just above New Happy, who also are looking for kills. But I think Petrichor Road on the hilltop is going to have a better chance at that, as they can just run around, and as long as they land their shots, they can pick up a good number of points.
Issue is the angle into the field isn't necessarily the best, despite the high ground. Let's see now as Chris tries to rev on through. He falls down again. Ascent is the team on the cusp right now at 67. Petrichor would need to find 15 points in this match in order to overtake, and there they fall. Ascent out in 15th, currently the 8th place team.
Currently 8th place, but that is the line set. Petrichor Road, New Happy, GEX now with a point, and Pentagram, though those final 3 teams have to have a much bigger game, but that is the line set. 67 points. Can you best it? Can you beat it? 1 round left.
I'm worried for Ascent. I'm worried for one reason. The win in PEC, they were taken out, just 1 kill out, lost by 1 point. Qualification from group stage to winners, they lost to Howl by 1 point. If this curse is to be broken for you, Ascent, I hope for you that it is going to be right here. As you say, 67 right now, that is the cutoff.
GEX looking west, looking at Ghibli, who they heard arrive. Ghibli had a late arrival, so unsure how much information they're going to have in this approach, but Heaven now already sneaking in on the south side. I imagine they know, or at least expected there was a compound, or at least a team in this compound. Saber has already moved out, but Heaven is going to continue to try and find a flanking position. The question is, does he get too close to Purple Moon? It's not even Purple Moon, it's actually Xenon on the far east angle and Savior on the north. This is a really good crossroad that GEX have on the beach, but the problem is it is way too late, and of course, Xenon taken down and going to be confirmed.
GEX needing so many points this game. The loss of Xenon is huge to them in this match here. Down to 3 is GEX. Wicked found as well. Not sure if Thanos will be able to claim the flush on that one, though.
Yeah, remember Pentagram already lost 1 member. So they need to get the revive onto this one. Purple Mood is just making it even harder for both these teams that need to have good games. Get to the top 8, they are trying to drag them down with them. But Glass with the rotate, Yuri and Leo, another opportunity to get some points. But Heaven is having the covering fire from that angle. And now Tosi is rolling up. Doesn't want to go too fast, doesn't want to give himself up. But Purple Mood, the push gone in to Pentagram.
Great shot coming in return from Thunders here. Whenever there's been some sort of success for Purple Mood, a lot of it has lied on the shoulders of Thunders. Pushing forward, pubg, though, there to assist as well. Finds the second as Pentagram now in trouble. Ada, solo player, left alive for the Korean team.
Has all to do, and it's not going to happen. In the blink of an eye, Pentagram are eliminated. Only 1 knock against Purple Mood, but they can easily get the revive. Does Exo Akita, who's swinging on in, or perhaps Ghibli or GEX, try and take advantage of the slightly wounded Purple Mood team? I don't imagine that'll be the case. Nope. The circle continues to center up towards the north in the field. Exo Clan are eliminated, and that is another point towards New Happy, and here comes GEX.
And just like that, 2 teams out of the tournament in both Pentagram and Exo. Solid performances for them, but not solid enough to make their way through to the grand finals.
GEX are dodging New Happy for now, but Petrichor Road, they might not have the best angles for it, but they're in the compound, and they might actually be crashed. No, the shot's coming out. GEX are going further. But where can GEX go? Are they going to try and go for the hills, or perhaps even the compound? But Vox is already posting up. He is already showing that this has been claimed, that this has been taken. GEX stop here, but this is just a valley for 17 to shoot down.
It is, but the good thing for them is they are out of nade range from everyone. Whoever tries to make that run forward will get shut out by the surrounding teams, whether it be up towards the north in the forest or to the west on the hills. So for now, GEX, this is a last resort sort of position to play from.
Ghibli now pushing into Purple Mood. pubg again going big for his team. They're getting the points, getting the kills. I don't know if it's going to be possible for Purple Mood to try and qualify off of this round, but they are giving it the best effort that they can. Tosi rushing up with the frag grenade, but the shots are already coming out. Doesn't actually take too much damage and has an opportunity to hide behind a tree.
And you hate to see a team like Purple Mood, who are so good at fighting these fights, play so worried, I would use it lack of a better word, in the remainder of the tournament. Because had they just played with this playstyle with little to nothing to lose and just dared to go aggressive earlier, they maybe would have made their way through to the grand finals. But as you're saying, even with a couple of kills coming through here, is probably not going to be enough to get them through, especially now with Thunder's down.
And the grenade, Tosi had cooked really well. Fluky was just barely able to dodge that. Tosi's pushing ever forward. A hole was given, a gap was given by Purple Moon, and well, Tosi is going to get punished for it. Didn't get the drop of Fluky that he was hoping for, and it is all onto Glass to stay alive. Ghibli going to go down. Purple Moon with 7 kills. They lost Thunders, and Fluky is taking damage from the blue, but they are still able to play through this while we take another look at STK approaching New Happy.
Vegas has made his way up towards the hillside above alongside ALO, so they have the overtop positioning, the better vision, and New Happy are not inside the circle yet either. They have to leave, and I think for STK, they're realizing, you know what, we could stick around, we could try and go for it, but let's get the position inside the circle instead.
New Happy are leaving, but they're going towards the east. They're going to be running into Purple Moon. Where is their ending final destination? Odlin's with yet another kill, so Third Eye are picking up the points. And then, of course, Flood. Oh, from the combat to the east side. It's a battle royale in the battle royale here on the south side. Purple Moon are eliminated, and points for New Happy. It's points for New Happy. They're at 50.
Trying to wreck their way further up this leaderboard. They still need a lot to make their way through. 17 points still to go for that tie with Ascent currently set in 8th.
Where are we going to go? Where is the zone going to go? It's a hard shift to the east. And I mean, this means that for Third Eye, even if Oldliz can't play in that position on the edge, can still play up with Vox, assuming he can get there. But there's going to be a lot of teams that have to come in from the west side, and I imagine a lot of them are going to be swinging in from the north, where Shoot to Kill is currently focused on.
The only somewhat decent thing in this situation is that the compound that Luminosity currently has control of is shifted out of as well, so you will be able to play the field. Issue now is Gen G up towards the north have a really good position, so if they don't get pushed by Twisted Minds, which I hope Twisted Minds will do, if there's just one team set in the forest, playing the field is practically impossible.
But none of those teams that you just listed are the teams that are fighting for 8th place. They don't need the points. It's Petrichor Road. It's New Happy. And I mean, I think Third Eye are pretty safe enough, but it's just mainly those two that really need to get the points. But 8th gets one on to Kurt. Shoot to Kill, they have the high ground, but they are on the hard side of the zone. They're going to need to move fast. Ayla was trying to deal the initial damage, but then, of course, Relo from the opposite side is still not going to let their NA brothers have it easy.
It's been a long time since we've had a last game of any stage, really, where no one, like no impactful changes on the leaderboard came in the final match. But this one might just go down as one of those where no changes were made from game number 11 to game number 12. Unless if New Happy or Petrichor or GX can pull off magic.
It's on now. It's on this maneuver for these teams to go out with a bang and not go out with the whimper. The sense coming on in. Oldless with the grenade at the ready. It looks good. Oldless takes down 2 of New Happy. Does go down in the meantime, but that is damage done. Will it stick? Petrichor Road spots that, and they need to push in. Yes, just as you said.
They have to make the play here. They have to make the run on forward. Ike's lift MK14 in hand now, swapping over to the next. Xiaopian down towards low on the bleeding out, so he will go down. But you can see HSM want to go for the reses, but I think seeing him cross is only going to make it worse, and indeed it is. Xiaopian confirmed. HS falls as well. New Happy down to the hopes of Ming Ming, and those hopes are slim, close to none, and New Happy are going to fall as well.
Petrichor Road up to 58 points. They are 9 points away, 10 points away if they want to make it clean from replacing Ascent.
Twisted Minds just got a knock onto Petrichor Road. They now know which team it is, where they're set. I'm looking for them on the map. Are they going to try and seal this one on their own? They need to stop them now. If Petrichor gets warm, they can get scary.
17 just took out Sun Sister, and we're in placement points. They're going to start picking up further and further. Luminosity left the compound, as he said, taking the east side with a nice low spread. 17 forcing in towards the center, going to be crashing up against Vox. Only 1 point, only 1 kill for Third Eye. Can Vox get any more? It's not going to happen. Logo steals that. 17 Gaming with a single shack, and it's close to center. Will it remain there for long? Because we have the phase 6 shift about to happen. It's going to stay with them. It's going to be medium west and Petrichor Road. I guess they have some vehicles, but they're going to have to shoot through GEX, and then, of course, Twisted Minds and Gen G still on the north side, but Ace left. not going out without a fight.
They need this and they need more of it. You can see Mill, 2 smokes, I believe. Exas has none. And the worst thing for them is Twisted Minds can sit up here. They'll take blue if they have to. That means that they can take out Petricor. Churi now trying to make the run on forward. Does that nade allow him to get within nade distance? No, it's still going to fall short. Tries to go for the jump throw again. Second time round should bounce short as well. If he can get one well-placed nade here, that could potentially be all of GEX down. Issue is only so many smokes to work with, and they're running out as we speak.
Pierre not going to reload. And so that could be, I guess, a little more space for Petrichor Road to try and push on through, especially with that confirm. But the problem is, these grenades are not landing where they need to.
Nope.
GEX is in a brutal spot to keep Petrichor Road out. And then, of course, Twisted Minds, they are staying on that north side.
They're waiting.
Beaming on in onto their drop rivals. Xleft has been making it work with this Mark 14, already 4 kills, but he's going to have to continue to put in the work. It's going to be a grind here on out.
Petrichor could not get a worse shift here. The entire circle is sat there looking at their shack, knowing they're the first ones to make a move, and I don't believe they have any more smokes left to work with. One is blooming, no vehicles left with tires on that is going to allow for them to rev on forward, and here comes Twisted Minds. Are they going forward? Are they trying to take matters into their own hands? No, they stop short.
They need to get into the zone. They're at least playing for the win here.
And fire.
Off of that opportunity, off of that timing, Petrichor Road try and push on in, but GEX have the angle. It's only Chewy left for Petrichor Road. Is going to have to come up with a miracle down to 10 HP, dodging and weaving, and the grenade is going to be it. Kickstart, Luminosity, closing the door before Petrichor Road. We have our top 8 confirmed.
Something absolutely miraculous would have to happen for GEX to be able to claim the spot. They need 16 more points with just 17 players left alive. Now, don't count out placement points. There is still a world where this happens, but GEX would have to start it now, and they would have to farm practically what is remaining of the server.
Well, they're aiming up towards Twisted Minds, so it's certainly a start at it. They have Twisted Minds on the ropes. The question is, will these kills get stolen by Genji? Yuri's going to confirm at least one of them. Trying to confirm the second. You can tell that they know how important every single point will be.
It needs to do everything they possibly can here. 3 alive, 3 smokes to work with for Yuri. No helmet, though. These guys have been knocked time and time and time again. And every time they see a kill confirmed in the kill feed that isn't theirs, that is a chance of them qualifying, slipping away. Petulance sat tight on the edge, solo player left on his feet, trying to make the run for it for Spiro, but caught in the smoke, now running further, should fall down, and indeed he does. Xiao Wu able to take him down. Twisted Minds out, 4 teams left alive.
That's 9 kills available for GEX, and then 10 points for the win if they can get it. So they won't need every single one of those, but they will need the vast majority of them. It will basically be a win for them to qualify in this circle shift. Oh man, that's it's gonna make it even harder because Genji have not had to leave this high ground.
They have been chilling in the forest for the better part of the last 20 minutes. And we did it to Petrichor before, we do it to GEX now. Everyone is looking at GEX. They all know they are the one team that has to make a move here.
Kickstart and Flood. The only real direction they can look is towards GEX, but GEX are going the opposite direction. They're going to try and swing and backfill where Twisted Minds were. Yuri goes down, Savior in the vehicle, and then Leo left behind as the anchor. But Savior finds the few vehicles remaining. Yuri gets confirmed. And Savior needs to keep 17 pinned down to allow Leo to break in, but even this position that Savior is at is not in the zone.
Exactly. He's trying to play the support, the off-angle position to try and suppress, but Leo forced to go the opposite direction, saying it's a solo game now. Xiao Bei once again, the butcher of the dreams for qualification for grand finals for GEX as it takes him down. Here comes Genji though, full speed forward they go. They know that they have Luminosity on the other side. Who comes out victorious here?
Grenade out, kickstart spraying with the M16. GEX do go down. They are out in 11th place, but who is going to win this final round of losers? 17 still claiming up the points, claiming up the kills, as you can see in the kill feed. And they are pushing on out because they want to make sure they can get as much as possible. It is only Flood remaining for Luminosity and has to run away from grenades, cannot go for the revive.
It's all a battle for pride at this point, but for 17, they are very happy. For Sonics, though, waiting for them in the grand finals, are we about to see Pachinki Picardo be hot dropped again with 17 potentially winning this one, coming in with a lot of momentum going into these grand finals. Flood, nice shots connected onto Sushu.
This is a great knock, but I don't think it's going to give him the opening to go for the revive. In fact, he's still getting peppered by Pio there on the high ground.
Well, it's going to quiet down Just a moment. Pio down to his last 8 bullets. Again, a matter of pride at this point, but of course, they all want to best one another. They all want to come in to the grand finals knowing they were superior to the opposition in the qualifiers.
Last circle, last shift. It's going to be a medium shift towards the southwest. So 17 Gaming, they can continue to play out of this spot. That shack that they're in is just barely inside the zone, while Flood is just staring down the 2 low ground players from Gen G. He knows that he can't move from this spot without getting torn to shreds. He needs Pio to move, and while 17 are shooting in that direction, the rest of Gen G are crawling towards the zone, and Flood might not spot them.
I shouldn't hear them either. I don't think he has any utility to work with. So even if he did, the peak 1v2 is going to be hard. But with the angle that Gen G are currently coming up in, I think they would have to at least crouch to see him, and that could potentially allow for 17 to spot him down on the other side. The good thing for them is they have Pio set above, so as soon as Flood peaks that angle, Pio better hit those shots.
Taman already has his backpack dropped. DJ98 for some reason so wants to keep his, crawling around like a turtle there. Could be spotted by 17 in that, but Flood's gonna peek out spot. Get a little bit of damage, gonna go for the re-peek, and is gonna get another knock against Taman, and perhaps suspects DJ98, but it's actually going to be Pio, of course, with the final kill onto Luminosity. Actually gotten all 4 of those from the past 5 minutes, however long that fight took, and now it is Gen G versus 17. 5 kills for Pio. Gen G woke up today and remembered how to play the game, and they are going to try and win a second map.
They sure did. Nate's now getting over real close to Lil Ghost as he tries to stay put. Falls though, but Pio down to, I believe, just 3 or 4 bullets. All the damage he's going to be able to do from here on out is going to be with Nate. But look at Xiaobei! 4 bullets, 3 bullets, 2. They're going to be pan fighting in the middle of this if they don't start conserving ammo.
And the longer Pio can stay alive, the more time he's giving DG98 to try and sneak up and get those last few bullets of his own, however much he has remaining. Pio peeking on out, but ShoutyD's gonna spot DG98 with good points. Damage actually gets a knock into ShoutyD. It's all into Xiaobei, 1 versus 2, and now Pio has the opportunity to swing on in.
Xiaobei has 1 bullet. 1 bullet in his slot. The reason he's not peeking over, you can see now he's dropping ammo. Lil Ghost is crawling. The only reason he came here was to feed ammo across to Xiaobei to at least have a chance of potentially taking out Gen G in a 1v2.
Going for the revive, looks like onto Lil Ghost. DG98 can't quite get the angle, but look, Pio is getting closer and closer. Grenade in hand, is getting in range, and actually is able to reload his own barrel for